In a community built on steel, an explosion has shaken its foundations. We now have the first official clues to what sparked the deadly blast at U.S. Steel's Clairton Coke Works in Pennsylvania. Late Monday morning, August 11, 2025, a powerful explosion ripped through the reversing room for coke oven batteries 13 and 14. The blast sent a column of black smoke high over the Mon Valley and was felt by residents 2 miles away. Rescue crews raced in, pulling survivors from twisted metal and concrete. 2 workers were killed, 39-year-old Timothy Quinn and 52-year-old Stephen Menifee, a husband and father of 2. 10 more were hospitalized, several in critical condition. 4 days later, U.S. Steel released its preliminary findings. According to the company, maintenance crews were flushing a gas valve in preparation for scheduled work when pressure unexpectedly built inside the valve. The valve failed, releasing highly flammable coke oven gas, rich in methane and carbon monoxide, into the room. The gas then found an ignition source, likely a coke oven, triggering the explosion. U.S. Steel stresses that this timeline is still under review alongside the United Steelworkers Union and federal investigators. Clairton's mayor, Rich Lattanzi, himself a former steelworker, called the explanation plausible and was surprised by how quickly it was released. Union leaders, though, urge caution. One vice president described the incident simply as a valve cracking during routine maintenance and said it is too soon to draw firm conclusions. A veteran plant mechanic added that procedures were being followed, but something failed, whether it was human error or mechanical. Understanding the weight of this tragedy means understanding the plant itself. Clairton Coke Works is the largest coke-making facility in North America, 392 acres, nearly 1,300 employees, and a long, troubled history. A maintenance worker died in an explosion here in 2009. Another blast injured 20 in 2010. Just this past February, an explosion sent 2 more workers to the hospital. Its environmental record is equally fraught. The Environmental Protection Agency has cited the plant for Clean Air Act violations in each of the last 12 quarters and labeled it high risk, levying millions in fines. Many of those violations involved batteries 13 and 14, the same location as Monday's blast. Now a trio of agencies is on the ground: the Federal Chemical Safety and Hazard Investigation Board, OSHA, and the Allegheny County Fire Marshal. The CSB called the incident one that should not have happened and potentially could have been prevented. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is demanding full transparency for grieving families and worried neighbors. All of this plays out against a corporate backdrop. U.S. Steel is in the process of being acquired by Japan's Nippon Steel. Company leaders say the deal is still on track, but the outcome of these investigations could affect everything from purchase terms to promised safety upgrades. Nippon Steel has already pledged billions for improvements, an assurance that now carries even more weight. So where does that leave Clairton? The preliminary report answers the what, but not the why. Why did pressure spike inside a valve being serviced? Was there an unseen defect, a misread gauge, or a lapse in procedure? Those questions are now at the center of a complex forensic puzzle, one whose findings will matter not only to regulators and shareholders, but to every worker who punches in at Clairton Coke Works and every family living in the shadow of its towering batteries. As investigators comb through debris and data, the community mourns loved ones lost and prays for the injured. And across the Mon Valley, people who have long balanced economic survival against industrial risk wait for proof that this tragedy will finally force lasting change.